Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Virgo, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the information regarding that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. I hope you're doing well, Virgo. Today I'm going to be using this beautiful citrine smoky quartz crystal to channel the energies, which represents kind of sunlight, sun energy, and also shadow married together in one crystal, which is really beautiful. So also, two new decks that I just got, which I'm starting to really love: the Rose Oracle deck for the overall energy, and the Tarot Landscapes for your reading. Cards have been pre-shuffled, Palo Santo, burned, and I'm gonna see what is up for Virgo. Thank you, Spirit. The Rose Thread, Inner Call, Soul-Led, the Mystic, Living Courageously. Look at that. Inner Call, Soul-Led, the Mystic, Living Courageously. There's a lot of mirroring energy in this, so could be talking about soul bond, soul connection, twin flame connection for some. Gemini energy as well. But this idea that you know, it's almost like these are both you, but they're on different timelines, different dimensions, different paths. It's almost like if you imagine yourself, right, in quantum mechanics, quantum physics, it's this idea that there are an infinite number of dimensions and an infinite number of possibilities. And it's almost like these two paths are somehow about to converge. You're going to meet up with the path that you were meant to be on in this lifetime. That's where being the mystic comes in, because I think you know that already. Very powerful. And you get 3 cards for the base spread, 3 cards for clarifier, past, present, and future. For Virgo, please. Virgo. Before those paths converge, we're going to have to deal with some things. Spirit asked me to look at the bottom of the deck. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. What's underneath? 6 of Cups. Okay. Queen of Cups, 6 of Cups underneath the bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck, when I choose to look at that, when Spirit asks me to, it's talking about the energies that are in your subconscious realms. Like, and as I said that, I was about to point at the back of my head, and the back of my head started to itch a little bit because it's starting to buzz. Like there's something going on regarding this in the back of your mind. You don't think about it consciously all the time, but it's always kind of roaming around in your subconscious. The Queen of Cups is Cancer energy, so you could be dealing with a Cancer or a water sign, but it's Cancer energy. And it's somebody who's really compassionate, really loving. Could be a friend or a parent, a romantic partner, somebody who, you know, this came out for, I want to say it came out for Leo or Aries. And in those readings, I can't remember which one, it was really like the Queen of Cups was like, the sign just felt like the Queen of Cups was just dragging them under. Like it was this underwater whirlpool tornado thing, and you're just going to get sucked in, and you're never going to hear from them again. That it was almost like too much love, too much surrounding. It's like stifling in a way. But I don't see that for you, Virgo. It's almost like I see this as just kind of, it's almost like you're above the surface, and the Queen of Cups is just kind of this energy. It doesn't have to be a person. It could be just an energy. Just, if you're on the surface, all you're seeing is this beautiful circular motion, right? You're not seeing the swirl underneath. You're just seeing the top of it, right? It's almost like I see you kind of looking down on that and asking yourself, what's down there? What's down in these subconscious realms having to do with, thank you, Spirit, okay, having to do with like my love center, how I love, who I love. Six of Cups in the reverse. Six of Cups can talk about looking at past energies. Sorry, I don't know why it's not focusing. There you go. Looking at past energies and looking back with some fondness, a sense of the good old days. Things were easier then. But when the card is in reverse for me, it's almost like you're not interested in looking back at the past anymore, right? Maybe there's this temptation. Maybe your past is ever so slightly trying to draw you in, and that's a fear. Because here we are trying to merge and melt and coalesce into something really spectacular. In the past energy, Ten of Pentacles in reverse, Tower in reverse. These are really heavy hitter cards to have in reverse. The Tower card talks about, so sorry, I don't know why they're not focusing. The Tower card talks about great shock and awe and upheaval, something that was not built on a solid foundation. But when you get the card in reverse, it's almost as if there's a lot of resistance to change. This is in the past energy. That this idea of abundance, this is what this card is. It's a portal to abundance. It's an earth energy, which is your energy. Ten of Pentacles talks about great job, great family life, great home, great health. These things are in reverse in the past energy. So there could be something that you could have been really resistant to change, to believing that there was something better. Spirit just said being afraid of success. I just asked for a clarifier. Got the High Priestess in reverse, not listening to your intuition, right? High Priestess, the mystic energy. So there's kind of, in these two cards, there's kind of this like central waterfall imagery here. The High Priestess is the number 2, Pisces energy in the major arcana. The moon is very prominent in this card. Mysteries. The High Priestess sits at the veil between worlds. Very psychic, all-knowing, all-seeing, says nothing. uses her intuition exclusively to read a situation. I feel tunneling in my left ear. Indicates to me that your spirit guides are around. They're present for this reading. They're present for all readings, but they're present in my brain to help me to deliver the message to you. In the past energy, you did not follow your instincts for a very long time. These are all really muted energies, muted colors too, lots of blues and greens. You have a lot of blues and greens in your reading today. But I felt like, I don't want to say you betrayed yourself, because that's not what I felt, but I just felt like maybe you weren't ready. You weren't ready to, wow, so I have since shuffled the deck, right? I looked underneath the deck and it was the Lovers. And I just, oh, you have so much blue in your reading, and now here's this burst of color. Right? It's almost too good to be true. I just heard too good to be true, like you weren't sure that you were gonna find something, because you didn't want something to be too good to be true, that it was gonna tease you and taunt you and be alluring, and then not kind of like Seven of Cups, like it was gonna confuse you. Seven of Pentacles. And put all that work in, and it was gonna like pan out to what? Maybe potentially nothing. This is your fear. This is the fear. Yeah, it's tough. In the present energy, Star card in reverse, Ten of Swords in reverse. I don't like to see these cards in reverse. These are both air energies. Right? This is Aquarius energy. Ten of Swords. Like massive disappointment, heartbreak, heartache, like a leveling, a reckoning. Like, where's the bird? It's just feathers, you know, this kind of desolate, isolated, lonely space. Weird. It's almost like the light from this comet is kind of casting this beam into this situation. What does that mean, Spirit? I was asking, what was the wish? And I just heard, save me from this loneliness. Wow. These two cards are in reverse. It's kind of indicating to me that there's still a lot of things that need to be resolved. When the Ten of Swords is in the upright, it means that we're moving past it, back to the Ace, back to the clarity and the knowledge and the experience that helps to guide us into the future. And this feels like there's a lot of healing yet to be done. Right? That the coalescing is still happening. We're not quite there yet, right? You can see there's this distance between, hasn't quite merged into something unified. There's still a disconnect. Ask for a clarifier, please, for the Star and the Ten of Swords in the reverse and the present energy. Clarifier, please, Spirit. Thank you. Eight of Pentacles in reverse, Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is a beautiful energy. It talks about love in all of its forms. It's ooey gooey energy, like where we feel warm and fuzzy and at peace, at home, perhaps with a partner or our higher selves. We're just like on our path. And the Eight of Pentacles, which has shown up for the past 3 readings, I believe, 2 or 3 readings, talks about investment, great investment into something, right? You can see the bee gathering up the pollen to bring back to the hive. We're creating something, the nectar, the honey. We're creating something. We're working as a team. And you got this in reverse. Spirit just said, not just any team, the spirit team, your spirit guides. They're muting my ear a lot right now. Your spirit guides, the spirit team, really tell them what it is that you want for yourself, because right here I kind of just see just this sense of isolation, but I don't necessarily see a plan. I don't see a plan of how to approach what it is that you're looking for, because I kind of this is hard. I feel the soul's cry. It could have you feeling very, very disconcerted right now. As an earth sign, these are very uncomfortable energies. The soul's cry, crying out. The card says living courageously, living courageously. It's almost like, to understand what we have to be courageous about, we have to also understand the nuances and complexity of what it is that we fear. So, a great deal of self-awareness at this time. I think that you could be hermiting. I see the Hermit card, which is your energy, Virgo, in order to understand your fears, understand what motivates your fears. Okay, I'm seeing a really weird reference. I'm seeing a really weird reference. And the reference is to this video I saw about gut bacteria. And this guy was talking about, there's like a certain bacteria, it's called Candida, right? Well, I can't believe I'm talking about this, but it's what I saw, and this is what Spirit's giving me. That he said that particular bacteria feeds on sugar. And so if there's an overabundance of sugar in your system, it will feed that bacteria, and that bacteria will cause you to bloat, like to retain water, to gain weight, etc., and it's not good for you. It's inflammation, right? It fosters inflammation. Inflammation is our enemy, right? We don't want anything in our body to be out of whack, inflamed, disproportionate, right? We want there to be flow and health and good health. And so Spirit is using that example to elucidate this message, which is to say, what fear are you feeding? But in order to understand it, you have to identify it. You have to, like, identifying the root cause in order to then see how you're feeding that fear. I don't know what that root cause is. That's for you to uncover. But only until you identify it and you do a lot of introspection and come to a lot of self-awareness, can you then go after that root cause and take the courageous steps, take control, but not in a domineering way, but in more of an empowering way. Does that make sense? There's a lot of work in the present energy that needs to be done. I think you already know this, but Spirit is talking about the root cause in the future energy. 2 of Swords, King of Swords. Wow. I wonder if you have a lot of air placements in your chart, because now this feels determined. King of Swords is tremendously strategic. I feel as though you're going to go through this minor moment of deliberation. After you figure out the root cause, you're going to, okay, Two of Swords, how am I going to figure out how to tackle it? I could do this, I could do this, I could do this. How am I going to overcome my fears? I could do this, I could do this, I could do this. This is what I see you doing. And then ultimately saying, you know what? I know the best approach. I'm going to rely on my experience and everything that I've earned and everything that I've accomplished to inform this. And then I'm going to make a move. And I'm going to do it strategically with a lot of forethought. Can I have a clarifier for the Two of Swords, please? The card flipped out and then it flipped back in the deck. Thank you, Spirit. Wow. The Sun card in reverse. The Two of Wands in reverse. Swords energy to fire energy. Both in reverse, but still, this gives me a lot of hope and a lot of, I can see it's like your determination is like coming up over the horizon, not quite where we want it to be yet. The Sun is the very best card in the tarot in terms of positivity, abundance, illumination, clarity. I mean, it's a field of sunflowers. It doesn't get any more beautiful than that, right? And this Two of Wands, directionality, taking that step into this portal, right? Maybe it's the portal that's going to join your timelines, right? And what does that look like? It looks like a decision. Making the decision to step into a new direction. But first, illumination, right? But first, coffee. Now, first, illumination, so that you can be very secure. And that's important to you, being secure in your decision making. You're not a fly by the seat of your pants person. That's not how you roll. That's not where you feel comfortable. These cards came out to clarify. I'm going to ask for advice from Spirit. You know, you got... What the heck was that sound? I feel like that... What was that sound? That sound almost was like a... Aha. A classic, like, Model T Ford car, like one of the first cars ever made, ever, like those types of cars. It was like a collector's car, just drove by and had an old horn. And I was like, what was that sound? And it was an old horn. That has never happened. I don't even think I've ever seen a car like that in my neighborhood. That is very significant. Model T, the OG. The OG, the original, the very first, the trailblazer. The Spirit just honked that horn. Okay, the trailblazer. What is your advice for Virgo? Thank you, Spirit. Nine of Swords. Get out of your own head. Stop worrying so much, Virgo. The Nine of Swords is nightmare energy. This is not Spirit's advice to have these, right? Spirit's advice to release some of the anxiety. It's okay. Oh, wow. Spirit is really just saying, like, you are safe. Okay, I'm being called. This is very, at 24:24, I just saw on my clock, so I know Spirit is backing this. I am being called to do a mini meditation for you right now. So, this is how we're going to end your reading. Virgo, I invite you to sit back calmly in your chair or the seat that you're in your bed, or wherever you find yourself. Even if you're walking, just take a deep breath in and out. And do that 2 more times. Deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. I want you to think about all the things in your life that made a positive impact on you. Could be a piece of music, a piece of art, a crucial conversation, a country that you traveled to, or something that you learned. Whatever it is, think about all those moments that impacted your life in a positive way. When you think about those things, you realize that they've already happened. That whatever struggle was associated with it, whatever pain or sacrifice associated with any of those things, is something that you already overcame. You already had success and triumphed over adversity. You've already proven it to yourself. So when we bring ourselves into the present moment, all possibilities exist. You can step into a new timeline in every single moment. Because in every single moment, you are making a decision. When you think about the things that worry you, you make the decision to put your attention to those things. And so right now, all I want you to pay attention to is your breath. It's a reminder that you are alive, that you have a mind to think, that you have the will to act. And that is your power. Whatever anxiety you have is simply a fear of a future potential that may never occur. And therefore, it is not useful to you. To make the decision in this moment to stay in the present. That's your reading, Virgo. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Virgo.